Hey guys, welcome back to Geek Space. Poppy Playtime has come a long way since Chapter 1, and with Chapter 5 possibly being the final chapter right around the corner, now is the perfect time to recap everything we know so far. From hidden lore to major reveals, let's break it all down right now. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Chapter 1, a tight squeeze, kicks things off with you stepping back into Playtime Co as an ex-employee, years after the factory was mysteriously abandoned. Here, you're introduced to the grab pack, a new tool for exploring the factory, featuring 2 extendable coloured hands. Although at this point we only have access to the blue one. Not long after, we're introduced to Wuggy, the towering blue toy, who immediately makes the factory feel alive and terrifying. As you wander the abandoned halls, it becomes immediately clear the factory isn't empty. Something is watching you. And after creating a toy to activate the hand scanner to escape, Huggy suddenly appears, launching a heart-pounding chase through the vents. This chase ends with Huggy taking a seemingly deadly fall, though whether he's truly gone is left up in the air. As you continue forward across the factory catwalks, you come across what looks to be a normal house, complete with wallpaper and a soft, eerie melody. Inside, you discover a glass case containing Poppy herself. You open the case, and Chapter 1 comes to an end. Chapter 2, Fly in a Web, begins right where Chapter 1 left off. We soon reunite with Poppy, who tells us about a train that can finally help us escape, and she has the code for it.
There's a train station nearby. It needs a code, and I have it. We're gonna get out of here.
But before she can share it, a long pink arm suddenly drags her away. This is our introduction to Mommy Longlegs. She promises that we'll get both Poppy and the train code back, but only after we play 3 twisted games. The first one is called Musical Memory, where we have to repeat colour patterns while a murderous toy rabbit crashes down from the ceiling. Next is Wuggy, a game that forces us to use our grab pack to shove smaller Huggy Wuggies into holes lining the walls. And finally, there's Statues. When the lights are off, we move. When they're on, we freeze, except PJ Pugapilla never stops moving, and he's coming straight for us. Along the way, we lose our red hand, gain a green hand, and even meet a pink, friendly version of Huggy Wuggy, known as Kissy Missy. By the end of the chapter, we manage to push Mommy Longlegs into a grinder, where she meets her gruesome demise. But even then, the horror isn't over. A long metal arm reaches out and drags her body away. Still, we recover the train code and rescue Poppy, finally ready to escape the factory, or so it seems. The train crashes, and the chapter ends with one ominous sign for Playcare. Chapter 3, Deep Sleep, begins with CatNap, a new giant purple cat capable of releasing a red smoke that puts its victims to sleep, throwing us down a trash chute. After escaping, we discover a ringing phone. On the other end is a voice that sounds like a young boy. He introduces himself as Ollie and tells us we're heading towards Playcare, CatNap's hunting ground.
Playcare is straight ahead. It's the home of CatNap. Playcare is his church, his hunting ground, whatever he wants it to be.
When we finally arrive, we learn that Playcare is an on-site orphanage designed to house children before they were taken away, experimented on, and turned into living toys. Sound familiar? As we explore orphan living spaces, schools, and counselling rooms, we uncover tapes revealing the trauma, neglect, and manipulation these children endured. Along the way, we encounter some of the most disturbing enemies in the entire series, including Mr. Light, a deranged cannibalistic teacher, and Dog Day, a mutilated and imprisoned former mascot, who was hung up and left to die. The red smoke sends us into disturbing dream sequences, blurring the line between reality and hallucination, while CatNap stalks us from the shadows. We also learn that CatNap worships and takes orders from a far greater threat, the prototype, the same metal hand seen back in Chapter 2. Throughout the chapter, we gain new grab pack upgrades, including an orange flare hand, and a surprisingly fun purple hand that allows us to launch ourselves through the air. Eventually, CatNap is cornered, but not by us. The prototype's hand emerges, kills CatNap itself, and drags his body away, making its presence unmistakably real for the first time. The chapter ends with the horrifying reveal of the Hour of Joy, the event that made the factory first go dark. It shows the toys under the prototype's control, slaughtering Playtime Co's staff, as Poppy and Kissy vow to stop him, no matter the cost, while we descend deeper into the factory. Chapter 4, Safe Haven, opens with Poppy leading us to a loading bay, then goes alone to save Kissy Missy, as she's been attacked above, leading to us descending deeper into the factory. As we explore, we uncover journals from orphans taken to Playcare and turned into experiments. eventually discovering a massive underground prison filled with dead toys. This is where we're introduced to the Doctor, the mastermind behind the experiments, and an uneasy ally of the prototype.
Now what's this? Do I feel something squirming its way beneath my skin? We've blundered along the shadows above, and only managed to squirm all the way down here. But by the barest skin of your teeth, there are no shadows here that will be of use to you. There are no places you can hide. Not from me.
The Doctor captures us and begins testing our abilities, forcing us through deadly trials while observing us through cameras. As we push forwards, we face new enemies like Yarnaby and the criminally underutilized Pianosaurus, until we're saved by a strange but friendly toy, Dowie the Dough Man, who leads us to a place called Safe Haven. Safe Haven is a fortified refuge for non-hostile toys, protected by Dowie himself. Here, Poppy reveals her plan: rescue the remaining orphans and destroy the factory and the prototype with it, once and for all. Dowie disagrees, fearing the loss of the toys he's been protecting, but asks us to fix Safe Haven's failing generator by taking an Omni hand from the Doctor. After returning to the prison and defeating the Doctor, we upgrade our grab pack and head back, only to learn that the prototype has followed us. Poppy sends Dowie to distract it, while we carry out her plan, but disaster strikes. Safe Haven is destroyed, killing everyone inside, all of the innocent toys. Overcome with grief, Dowie loses control, mutates into a giant monstrous form.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I failed you. It was never what any of you needed. My fault. My fault. My friends. He killed my friends. I'll kill you.
And is ultimately killed by the player after an intense boss battle. In the aftermath, the biggest reveal occurs yet. Ollie was never real. The prototype has been manipulating us the entire time using his voice. As everything collapses, Poppy panics and flees, Kissy Missy tries to save us, and we fall even deeper into the factory. The chapter ends with one final shock. Huggy Wuggy is still alive. And with that, we're all caught up and ready for chapter 5, which is titled Broken Things, and releasing on February 18th. After everything we've seen so far, Huggy's return and the new lab setting, and the prototype's greater involvement, this chapter is shaping up to be the best one yet. Alright guys, we've reached the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below which chapter is your favourite. Are you excited for chapter 5? Do you think it's going to be the final one? Let me know down below. But anyway, I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!